Today, we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards, but today I'm also coming back as a champion. All right, we're going to start off with the Blazing Submurdelers. It's a black saga. Chapter 1, exile up to one target permanent an opponent controls until the Blazing Submurdelers leaves the battlefield. Ah, permanent! It's like a sinkhole. We have two mana Stone Rain over here, although... Is it gonna flip? Does it flip into anything? Okay. Oh, no, sorry. Sagas, they don't... Not all sagas flip. Some of them just sacrifice themselves. We got Venture into the Dungeon at Chapter 2. I really hate that ability as well. Chapter 3, draw a card, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. That's honestly like the most fairest part of this entire thing. Okay, so we have like a temporary Oblivion Ring. So it's actually not supremely broke. No, maybe it is broke. If it's one-on-one, this would be terrible. If I'm on the play and I exile your damn land, like I'm just up a land for the entire time. Plus I'm venturing into the dungeon and I'm creating blockers and drawing a card. It's not like it's not even like you lose anything around here. All right, I think this card is while it's doable, is it legit? I don't think it's legit. I wouldn't print that damn thing. Maybe in Commander it's like harmless, but in one-on-one Magic, absolutely not. Millmaster, I'm exhausted, but I'm getting pumped up to look at these AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. This is my fuel of Nissa for the rest of the day. We have the Zend from War. It is a red 3 generic 2/1 fairy wizard. Now flying, whenever a non-land permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put that card onto the battlefield tapped under your control. It gains haste. Holy moly, this is insane! Whenever a non-land permanent, oh sorry, it's only under your control, but that card enters the battlefield tapped. Okay, so forget this. Okay, it's not illegal, but it's just basically stating the obvious. So if we play permanents, oh great, they come into play under our control. I guess, I don't even know what this is even a counter of. Is there any cards out there that would make someone steal our cards as we cast them? It's like, I cast my cards. Oh great, they also come into play. Tapped! And has haste! So basically they're in the middle of a race, but basically the car stalls at instant. Basically it's like it has a stun counter on it. Yeah, it's tapped. tapped with haste. Somebody call an Amulet of Vigor around here. We need an amulet. Need an amulet? Who are you gonna call? Prime Titan. Okay, as Aura Assistance, LOL, all tactics at an appropriate print possible. Pure Devil's Art for Perceives down from Old Last. This card, while it's doable, I mean, it's not very good. Doable, but terrible. It slows you down despite the haste, I know. It gains haste. Everything we have has haste. Hey, you can enable that haste with things like Amulet of Vigor. It's possible. It's not impossible, right? You just gotta think outside the box around here. Some people like the story, like Sneaky Canadian Hobo. All right, we got Vraska, first of the blood units. The Pit Defensed. It is a black 4/4 vehicle. It's got crew 3. Now, whenever Vraska attacks, is this Vraska or what? Whenever Vraska attacks, you may exile up to one target non-land permanent with mana value X or less from your graveyard. Copy that card, put it into your hand. Okay, what happened to exiling it? Did we exile it and then it did a ninja jump back to our hand, or did we put a token? Yeah, Beanpot is like, what happened here? I think we made a token and we made a token and then we put the token into our hand. That's what I'm gathering out of this. You know, this is basically like an arena thing where we conjure something into our hand, even though it's not really an actual card in our deck. Yeah, that's an yeah, exactly. Sneaky Canadian Hobo identifies. That's an alchemy card. So I guess it's like sorta legal in the digital world, but I most certainly wouldn't play this damn thing. Or when it attacks, you may exile up to one target non-land permanent mana value X or less. And oh, actually, you know what? Maybe it's broken. So you get this out, you like mill something turn 1, get this thing out turn 2. It's like basically invincible. You can't kill it with normal removal spells. Next turn, play a creature, crew it, and then like reanimate, I don't know, something. And reanimate Iona. If that's legal in alchemy. I don't know what is legal. Where do you get the X from? X can be whatever you want. Don't be trying so hard to find your X, because your X is everywhere, and your X is anything you want it to be. Let your imagination go wild. X or lesses, you just basically choose a number when they do that. I don't know. I'll get. It basically says whenever it attacks, you can reanimate a creature. I actually think that actually is probably fine. I mean, it's weak to artifact removal. You have to wait like a whole new turn. I actually think this could work. My time stream when? Well, not anytime soon, that's for sure. What do you think this is? Twitch? We got the Ogre C-E-T-H. Not to be confused with C-E-D-H. Now, this is a blue 1 generic sorcery with Scry 2. Then draw 2 cards face down. Okay, then. What do we do with them? Like, are they morphs? Like, am I allowed to look at them? Hold on, we are drawing 2 cards face down. Like, when do they become face up? Do I get to know that? Like, this is so weird. Are there any cards that do this? Like, yeah, like, I drew the cards. Yeah, Tormus is like, so we don't know what the cards we got? I don't know. Am I like to look? Yeah, joke's on you. You got the cards from the deck face down. Yeah, that's right. Look at the cards revealed. No, they do not get revealed. So I guess I drew the cards. I don't understand from what circumstance we're actually going to be staring at them. Are there not any sort of but we're drawing. It's not like we're putting on the battlefield. Apparently, we're putting them into our hand. You need telepathy. Oh, great idea, Beanpot. So basically, we draw all these cards apparently face down. Then we just need something like Peak, Gitaxian Probe, Telepathy, and then we can finally see what the cards they are that we drew. That is a very bizarre interaction. Yeah, what a downer. You draw cards, but like literally does nothing. A little bit of work to draw those cards. At least we got to. Oh, you know what? I forgot we scry too. So if we scry both to the top, we'll know exactly what they are. But if we scry anything to the bottom, then we won't know what the hell we drew. If I know what I drew, can I just play it, even though it's face down? Like, if I scry 2 islands to the top, and I put them face down, like, I know what they are. It's not gonna be an illegal play. What if I try to play one of the cards illegally? Like, what happens? Because after I show it, I'm gonna know what it is. You could use them to discard them with Psychic Frost. Ooh, discard outlet. You're right, Beanpot. And then we will know what they are. Yeah, we're pretty creative here. I think we're very creative. You Coffee Crew, you're really creative on making these cards work. Winter Fox, add 5 cards to the queue. You're welcome, Winter Fox. We'll absolutely do that. Oh, whoops! Shoot. Add 5 cards to queue. I screwed that up. Hold on. I better not forget the. I accidentally got rid of the super chat thing in queue. That's okay. Okay, Laroxy, Monstrous Paw, Mind Ways, Long, Efund, Last. Even in the righteous interwus are or liberal. Yeah, sure. Okay. Okay, so this card is, let's get back to it though. The card is absolutely legal. I think it's probably doable. I don't know, it doesn't Zyber with me, but it's pretty fun to think about if it was even legal. It's a bit of a mind bend, if you ask me. Yeah, at least we're thinking out of the box. Okay, we got Mugen Test. It is a green for generic instant nightmare. Oh, that sounds like dread in one word. Okay, you have more time. Something I've always been looking for. Being is 2 king coins and mage from the Pikal. Get and white. Permanence Kapasa Searly twists on the Enarma Negatively retats colustally necked. This is an absolute abomination. Since when did the flavor text just become the default text of the Magic the Gathering cards? I don't get it. It's funny, it says you have more time, but I feel like I have a lot less after reading this monstrosity. Joe is like, that's broken. It danger. No, well, maybe it dangers in Satan's language. I don't know. It's OP because you get more free time for Magic or other things. The other thing. Yeah, imagine playing this in response to your boss telling you to get back to work. No. I've got the Moonguine test over here. You have to understand the Moonguine test. Yeah, it's don't-able. This is not doable at all. So yeah, it's almost like the Rosewater card. Almost, except those cards make a little bit more sense. Have the fleshes been reached yet? Not really, actually. We haven't reached the fleshes once. Okay, well, to hell with this thing. I've seen better jumbled piles of spaghetti on this show, and that's definitely not it. We got the Demonic Snake. It is a green 1 generic 1/1 human soldier. But a snake in personality. Never trust this Demonic Snake. Okay, when Demonic Snake enters the battlefield, you get to draw a card. What is this, like Elvish Visionary? Whenever a player casts a spell, you may exile it. What the hell? So basically, this just locks the game. That card, it danger. I mean, it's worse. Like, even an uncounterable card cannot beat this thing. Because if you cast a spell, everything can be exiled. How do you beat this card? Is it even possible? Is there like a split second? It's got to be like a split second stifle, if such a thing. And I think that does exist, actually. I think there's at least one split second stifle. I guess you also need some sort of activated ability to counter this thing. Yes, the only thing faster than a snake is a cat. I know that because I've seen a lot of cat versus snake videos, and the cats are undefeated. Yeah, I have a Ren and Siri already on the field. Is that actually a flavor win? Can a Ren and Siri actually beat a snake? I also don't believe it. I'm not sure a dog can beat a snake. I know the cats can. Cat too fast. This card is countered by drawing 2 cards face down. The metagame balances itself. Then turning them over as a special action. That is true. We gotta draw those cards face down in some way. What is it? Spells snake player? Whenever player you may exile. Whenever player casts, I'm assuming it's a spell. We don't exile players around here. Not yet, at least. I don't know. I think that AI has exiled players a few times, I suppose. You beat this card by having more time. Yeah, give me more time to respond to this. Vats kill with split second. Yeah, wait. What the F did I just read? And can I get one more in blue and white? Maybe it's possible. Yeah, and it'll be called the spirit snake. Okay, absolutely not. That card. This is beyond bonkers. Demonic snake cannot exist. Okay, we got a Bant Rudiment, except it's not even in Bant colors in any capacity. It is a white 2 generic instant rat. So we got a Kindred card. Now, target player adds green, red, 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 blue. Not bad for a 3-mana card. And on top of that, interestingly, you cannot chain a Bant Rudiment into another Bant Rudiment. It's got Cycling at 2, and it's got Storm! What the hell's going on here? Oh my god. The Storm decks. Yeah, rattle some, I don't know, 1 ritual, Bant Rudiment. Would you like to concede? Add, what is it, 12 mana? Exactly the Storm colors they need, too. The blue for card draw, the red for Past in Flames, and the green for, what's it called? Veil of Summer to protect their combo. Subject Delta. Rats are danger. Yeah, rats confirmed danger. Yeah, the Plains Rat Typhoon. Yeah, look at this. It's the Rat Storm. And the new one I like, it has Storm. And there's actually a storm of rats in the background. It's a pretty, that's probably one of the better arts coming from the AI generation. Gotta love them models. But anyway, yeah, hell with this card. Way too broken. Wow, with only just one spell, I don't know, a 0-mana artifact plus banned Rediment. I mean, you could door to nothingness somebody. We're gonna wastes. Kuda's Scorn. Now, Kuda's Scorn is a red 2 generic sorcery. You may play land cards and cast spells from your hand this turn. Kuda's Scorn. Wait, it's like another card is just stating the obvious. I think the AI generated cards, or the AI generation, and AI generated models have found the rules book to Magic the Gathering. Kuda's Scorn deals 4 damage to any target. It's literally just a 3-mana deal 4 to something. It's doable. It's cool art too. That's right. You can put that in your nice art red cards deck. It'd absolutely work there. Oh, thank you very much, old boy. For anyone that didn't know or just jumping in, I won a Modern tournament, first place. I'm a champion. I'm a champion now. I get to go to the NRG Series Championship, where I'm gonna fight against all the other champions over there. Okay, what to say about this thing? It's not even instant. I just realized this is like this is a slow burn spell.
No, God, please, no!
Man, show this to a burn player, they'd be so embarrassed to put this in their deck. You may play land cards and cast spells from your hand this turn. Is there anything that can, like, maybe, is there... I'm just trying to think if this is a counter to anything that prevents you from playing spells this turn. Or playing lands. Like, players cannot play more than 1 lands or something to that to that matter. Thanks, everyone. For the congratulations. Yeah, are there any cards that prevent you from playing spells? Well, the thing is, if it prevents you from playing spells, you can't even play this. So, like, it's pointless. I mean, unless you can sort of cast this from your graveyard or something, or put it on an artifact that will cast it, or something like that. Possibility Storm counter, perhaps. Can't always win. There are white spells that prevent you from casting spells for a turn. Yeah, but if they do that, then you can't even play the Kuda Storm. Yeah, if they play Silence, Kuda Storm not gonna help you, or not very well at least. I don't know exactly how this is gonna work. Splendid Reclamation counter, maybe. Oh, is there like, maybe there's an epic card. Maybe you can play Kuda's Scorn after epic has been played somehow, and then you can start playing your cards again. Because the epic card says you can't play stuff from your hand. Yeah, I'm wondering if it somehow combos with epic. If we could somehow get a copy on the stack. We somehow need to put this on an artifact to be cast later, because we obviously can't cast it from our hand when epic happens. Yeah, instant speed at sort. Yeah, exactly. Does it say instant speed on here? No, it doesn't say. It feels like it should be an instant, but it's really just a sorcery speed card. All right, it is. I guess it is a perfectly legal Magic the Gathering card. What this is for, I've got not a damn clue. Well, thanks so much, John. I'm gonna get a lot of congratulations in the chat here. I came right off the plane, got home, ate McDonald's, turned on the stream. Okay, we got the Ector, the Taladog. Ector, blue, green, green, instant. Search target opponent's life total. This is going deep. I'm not looking through their deck, their hand, graveyard, or anything. I'm staring right through their life. And I see everything. I know everything about you now. That's a nonsense effecty. I like that. Well, what does this mean? We're gonna have a therapy session or something? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your life. What's bothering you right now? Or you could like take it very literally. Let me see your life. Let me see your life pad. Yep, those sure are some numbers. Nice round number. I see you like be at the life total of 24. Maybe it's the same age as you. Okay, give me your life counter, kid. So it's another, you know, I guess this is like another one, a look at it card. Take my life total, take my life pad, now look at it carefully, analyze it. You are in charge of this damn thing from now on. Yeah, anyway, this makes a little too less sense. I like my magic cards to make a little bit more sense than that, that's for sure. I don't know what you're talking about, Dark Nika. Oh, we got a super chat from J Hogue. Thank you so much. You coming to Madison in August for the Energy Modern? No, actually, because one of the formats are what's it called? Team. I don't play team events, or I don't have a team at least. But I do plan to go to Chicagoland in 3 weeks, and then to Indianapolis in November. Booked my flight and everything. Counts as a crime. It does count as a crime. We're triggering something. It's a crime to look at my life total. We got a giant surgeon. Well, I don't want them doing brain surgery on me. It's not going to be exactly very precise thumbs we got over here. For the low cost of black. It's a 4/4 human knight. I guess they're a doctor. They're a medic in war. Flash. Cast this spell only during combat before blockers are declared. Whenever day becomes night or night becomes day, Giant Surgeon deals 1 damage to any target. Tap. Giant Surgeon deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. This is actually so insanely doable. Actually interesting, too. So, yeah, somewhat accurate. It's like it's a surgeon that shows up during battle at just the right time. What's interesting is that I cast this spell only during combat before blockers are declared. So you can, after somebody attacks or at the beginning of combat step, we can bring in the Giant Surgeon. That's about it. That's actually dangerous. So like, yeah, our opponent declares their attack, they attack. This is the only time I can flash it in. And it's probably the best time because this is when I want to ambush you. I'm gonna ambush them. Day and night is a jank mechanic. Yeah, it's pretty jank ability that they just add on here arbitrarily for no reason. It also deals 1 damage. Should be dealing 1 damage to itself, working overtime. Those doctors, it actually blows my mind. People are in desperate need of surgery, life-changing surgery, and doctors very often are sleep deprived by like a day. You know, they're just not allowed to go to sleep because this person might die. This person might die. This person might die. And there's got to be a point where the surgeon, it's better off. Oh, I don't know if it's ever better off, but there's like a point where the surgeon just isn't going to do surgery very well. You need immediate brain surgery or you're going to die. We have some bad news for you. The surgeon on call has been awake for like 3 days straight. You have no other choice because all the other doctors are on vacation. Anyway, Giant Surgeon, it's perfectly legal. Amazingly, very doable. Some people might even think it's Zybers for those black-white Knight stacks. Yeah, it's Nikachu at night today. Imagine the hospital, it must be huge. All these other surgeons at the bottom. They are nothing without the Giant Surgeon. Oh, it's one of these cards. The God Lord Vaunter. It is a siege. It's got 4 defense. Whenever a player cycles a card, you may draw a card. I'm not gonna say it's broken, but like that's a combo in itself for you. If you build a deck around cycling, you now draw 2 cards per turn. Or 2 cards per cycle. You're gonna draw a card off the cycle, and you're gonna draw an extra card off of that. 5 mana. Swarves can't be blocked. Well, let's see if we have a Swarve over here. We don't. It's a Startled Poorminger, a 3/1 human with Vigilance. At the beginning of your upkeep, Startled Poorminger deals 2 damage to each opponent. Not bad. Not bad at all. Actually, card is pretty banger. Vercade says, I know a case of a doctor letting his pants fall during an operation because he was high and the only person that was available to do the procedure. Oh god, working in hospitals is crazy sometimes. The only doctor we have available is high as a kite. Do you choose this or death? I guess you have no choice. You must choose it. Yeah, very perfectly functional card, actually. Is this a changeling? It's a human. Oh, the changelings. Yeah, with changelings. I forgot. Whenever they name some like random bizarre, completely irrelevant, non-existent creature type, there's always changelings. The changeling encyclopedia grows every day as the AI generation makes some random creature that doesn't exist. Mean Brewer's like, pretty nice. Wish we got more battles. Why does AI generation make a battle like every day? Like every show there's a battle. There's no split cards. There's no like flip planeswalkers as often. It's just battles. Battles like crazy. There's none of those upside down Kamigawa cards. I just find it weird that it keeps making battles. Just churns them out like McDonald's churns out Big Macs. Thank you so much for the super chat. Good. Whoops, that's not the right sound effect. Good morning. Nice to watch my favorite AI stream live. Thanks so much. And because of that super chat, we will take a look at more AI cards at the end of the show. I guess battles are fun to write. I suppose. This card I don't want to play. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe if you run out of like cycled creatures, you need a blocker. This is your blocker. Okay, I think the reason is because it pulls a random card type, so a battle is as likely as an instant. Oh, that might be true. Yeah, it's possible. Battles are AI's attempt to figure out Skynet. Alright, this card, very legal. Might even be broken. 3 mana that doubles your cycling cards, that's insane. But it's very dirtily anyway. Ooh, look at this. We got a 5-legged cat. I think it's 5-legged. Reconnaissance Protector. It's a 6-mana 5/5 cat. When Reconnaissance Protector dies, you may create Reconnaissance Protector twice. So the Reconnaissance Protector only multiplies. Basically, we get 2 for the price of 1. That's interesting. Do we? Yeah, it's like a cat coil engine. Except it's worse. It keeps multiplying again and again and again. Okay, we have a green 2 generic sacrifice Reconnaissance Protector. It deals 2 damage to any target. Oh my god, we could actually force the issue. So we basically sacrifice this thing to zap something else, but then we get to Reconnaissance Protectors. It's a raccoon without its mask. I think it's just a cat. If you sack it and you do 2, isn't that a 1-card combo? Oh yeah, this is absolutely a 1-card combo. This is like if Wormcoil Engine could sacrifice it to deal 2 damage, and it turned into another Wormcoil. It just gave you 2 more Wormcoil engines. Effectively. They don't even get smaller or anything. They could have at least had the claws, like the next Reconnaissance Protector gets like -1/-1, so eventually the chain ends. So if you have infinite mana, that's an infinite win condition. So it's sort of creative. It's like, don't board wipe, don't kill it, or it gets bigger. But I guess it doesn't matter, you can sacrifice it yourself. Kind of slow though. Oh, absolutely. And that's why I think it's fair. And I hope it doesn't goes infinite with sack outlet. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You got that right. We heard the music. That's why it's time to thank our sponsors at FusionGamingOnline.com. And thanks to FusionGamingOnline.com, I was able to buy the Modern Horizons 3 cards that I needed to win that NRG Series Championship. And now that Modern Horizons 3 is done and gone for, we gotta look forward to Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed cards. And as those cards come out, you know where to get them from. You're gonna pre-order or buy them from FusionGamingOnline.com. And don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu when you do so to get 5% off all your cards at checkout. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. How did you think I play tested for the NRG series? I play on Magic Online. Those are where all the tough players are. And if you're not looking for tough players, go play the soft players in the EDH crowd. They got that too. And you could rent decks and play as many decks as you want, renting with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_OKM. And I think that's okay with me. Back Oops. Back to Crave. The Reconnaissance Protector. You can't kill me, you'll just make me more powerful than you could possibly imagine. ×2. The Cursed Scourge. Something like Scourge. Sorry, the Cursed Scourge. Green 1, generic 1/1. Human Soldier Warrior Soldier. Ah, yes. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. We got soldier in there twice. Just because there's apparently two different soldiers. Human soldier is probably the creature type. Not human or soldier. Human soldier. It's a 1-mana reveal X flying creature cards from your graveyard. Reveal. Look at my, please, by all means, look at my graveyard. And look at all the flying creatures that I have down there. Cursed Scourge gets +2/+2 until end of turn. It doesn't even matter how many. I could show you 0. Take a look at my 0 flying creatures in my graveyard, but my creature still gets bigger. It's a John Soldier? I don't know what that means. Fighter McSoldier Man. It's just a shade, but twice the value. I mean, there is a soldier token that looks human, but is not human. He is both. Super Fire. Oh yeah, that's how. You didn't even think about that. You can do this over and over again. Basically, it's not like a one-time deal. You can keep paying 1. Well, that is a pretty strong card. Man, I don't even... You know, you print this card like, I don't know, 10 years ago. I mean, it's just absolute broken. But like these days, it's like a 2-mana 1/1, and you're probably tapped out on turn 2. So you actually have to, even if you have 3 mana, it's like a 3-mana 3/3. How bad is that? This actually might be balanced. If you have 4 mana, it's a 2-mana 5/5. And next turn it goes big or go home. It still dies to everything else. It dies to Doomblade, for crying out loud. Creature type, all of the above. Well, that's changelings, Toads. That's changelings. Thanks so much, Lasagna. Thanks to everyone who's congratulating me. Yeah, tap 1, spread my graveyard across the table, repeat. Look at my graveyard of anything. It doesn't even matter what's there. Modern Horizons 4 spoiler. Creatures are too powerful now. But is it balanced in flyer revealing travel? Travel, I don't know. Andre, like if you wait until you have a big mana pool, it might get ran over or sniped anyway. I know, exactly. So I actually think it's a interesting card. I think it's perfectly legal. I don't think it's broken at all. It's just weird that it's a double soldier, that's all. We got Gale's Crafts. Ah, yes, 5-minute crafts. Show, arts and crafts. It's an arts and craft day at elementary school. Well, or show and tell, I'm going to bring my Gale's Crafts. This is a black-white Ferocidon enchantment. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, you may have Gale's Crafts become a copy of target spell or ability or white creature you control. What? So I sack a okay, let's say I sack a fetch land. Gale's Crafts becomes a copy of target spell or ability or white creature you control. So actually I could copy my fetch land. So does it stay there? That's interesting. This is pretty good. Doesn't work. Can't be a spell or ability on the battlefield. Ha! That's what you think. But the AI says differently. Does this actually let you copy a spell? If you, I don't. Well, to be honest, I think Treebeard is right over here. Probably it does nothing. Becomes a yeah. I mean, it could have the text on it, but it doesn't do anything. Because a copy of a target spell or ability or white. It can become a white creature, I guess. So we have a white creature on the battlefield. We sack a fetch land, and then boom, we copied it, I guess. Use a spell that sacks a guy, then copy it. I guess that's the only thing we can do here. If it becomes an ability, it goes to the graveyard. No. I think if it's just an enchantment with the text of that ability. So, like, until end of turn, it would just have the text, Is it? Oh, when it becomes, you may have become a copy. Oh, it's not even until end of turn. So it just have the text of you may search your library for a basic, or maybe it's like an anthem. Oh my God, is that like an anthem? Like imagine having a permanent on the battlefield that says like tap pay 1. No, hold on. What does it say? No, it just says search your library for like a land card put onto the battlefield. So it's, I wonder if it turns things into an anthem. Because let's look at the ability of a card. Let's just take something simple, like a fetch land. Like Polluted Delta. If we got rid of the tap and pay a life, sacrifice Polluted Delta, search your library for an island swamp card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Like, I'm pretty sure that, because the costs aren't on the stack. The search your library for an island swamp card and put onto the battlefield, that's on the stack. And that's what it's going to copy. And if it copies that, I think you're in a lot of trouble because now players can just look through their entire deck for exactly that thing. Yeah, copies the fetch land, becomes a copy of target spell or ability. Oh yeah, maybe it copies the whole ability, so it can still tap and sacrifice itself. Because it doesn't. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I think you're right. So it just becomes something else. Okay, so sadly there's a specific here that is sad times for this card. 704.5E. If a copy of a spell is in a zone other than the stack, it ceases to exist. Well, existential crisis for Gale's Crafts, I guess. Okay, I don't know how this card works. You know, I'm not sure. If there's any judges out there, you let us know. We have a mountain. We got the Oin Rattle Grotto. It's a 4-mana 4/3 Cobzin. It's got first strike, and it's got Pay Wizard. Pay up, people. Pay the wizard. You come through these parts, you gotta pay. You gotta pay the fare. Now, and that fare is a white, red, and 1 generic. Now, each creature named the Spurges chapped gets +2/+1. All I need is the Spurges. Yeah, the Spurges. No, I think it's the Spurges is like another creature. It's a creature named. So this is the On Rattle Grotto. Maybe their partner in crime is the Spurges. We have Will Anderson with Do You Pay the Wizard? The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. AI is actually is a really cool idea for a card. The card before, oh, maybe. This is what I needed for the Spurges chipped deck. Imagine Wizards made a card like this, but you have to wait like for the future for that card to come into existence. Like they didn't print the Spurges in the same set, so you have to wait until the next set for the card to become relevant. Other than that, you've got like a 4-mana 4/3 first strike card. What the hell is Pay? Wait, you know what? I didn't think about this for too long. Pay Wizard? The F is that? Who pays this? And for what reason? Because it doesn't make any damn sense. Not doable. Shred it. It's shredded. Okay, we got Ludia, patron of the rhino. Careful, those rhinos can eat you alive. It is a black, white, red, 1 generic, 1/3 egger. Oh, so that she eggs houses, does she? Now, she's got the instant ability, Gideon. Gideon the Adventure. It's a black, white, discover 3, stench, create twice, the pop. Okay. Now, it can be a creature for 4 mana. Okay, this spell can't be countered whenever a lacrosse who's opened enough for a giant destroy you double. Until your noted wins with it gets +2/+2, discards a card. And it's a 1/3. I like how there's a bunch of eggs. She got her old Fuel of Nissa over here. She got a little Fuel of Nissa. Because everyone drinks Fuel of Nissa in the multiverse, alright? Especially in the forest. Nissa's got that market saturated at this point. Looks like a lost and translated card. Yeah, possibly. Gibberish. Into the shredder it goes. Chaos ensued. And we're off. Ooh, got the Wrath's Pride. Just in time for Pride Month. It is a white sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent that isn't on the battlefield. But how? Exile target non-land permanent that isn't on the battlefield? Is that like exiling someone's commander? Is that possible? Maybe an emblem. I don't know if an emblem is a perm. Maybe. So I'm thinking like emblems, commanders. Oh yeah, the graveyard too. Yeah, graveyard definitely. That actually seems like a real card. Could it hit libraries? Maybe if the card is revealed. Like, so if someone's playing with the top card of their library revealed, I bet you could do that too. Can target hand? Maybe also only if revealed. If it's a known card. Can you target the command zone? I don't know, but I think that's what this card is trying to do. It's trying to hit zones that you're not supposed to be able to touch because it's not technically on the battlefield. Otherwise, I would have no idea what the hell this card is for. So cards in the graveyard aren't permanents, though, I thought. Well, non-land permanent. You're right, and you're right. But, I mean, we're trying to figure out exactly what the purpose of this card is. Weak compared to Prismatic Ending. Hey, Prismatic Ending only can deal with life, not the afterlife. Or not beyond this universe like Wrath's Pride can. See, there's no bounds to Wrath's Pride around here. Ooh, companion, yeah. Maybe even sideboards. We ever think about that? Exile a card from the sideboard, maybe even play it from exile. Yeah, finally, I like this. Finally, anti-companion. We showed them companions. We showed them companions who's boss. I like this card. Now, it needs to be reworded. So it should say exile target non-land permanent card that isn't on the battlefield. Like basically like something that's not a land, but is like, in theory, a permanent. Oh, David Groves, what are you, like the fun police around here? Sorry, team. 110.1. A permanent card is a permanent is a card or a token on the battlefield, and it stopped being a permanent card as it moved to another zone or a yeah. No, I don't care about that. I like this card. We're printing this card, damn it, and we're gonna make people use the rules as we see fit around here. Tristan, thank you so much for your super chat contribution. I like the late show. Let's make it a little bit. Let's make it a little bit longer. Yes, let's make it a little bit later. Let's make sure Nikachu doesn't sleep at all tonight. Could hit odd cases like cards in exile with unstable amulet. Ooh, could do that too. No, it wouldn't. It couldn't actually, because it's already exiling something in exile. It's like there is only one exile zone. I can't remember a card that taught me this. It was something to do with. There was some card that like exiles itself, and I exiled it, and then it came back anyway because it's exile. There's only one exile zone. It's not like there's two different exile zones. So if you exile something in the exile zone, it just doesn't go anywhere because it's already exiled, you know? Rules don't matter to the AI design team. Yeah, they're figuring out new design space. All right, Wrath's Pride. We got Swamp. And we've got Unair Pride Behemoth, a painter. Is a black 6 generic 4/4 demon with flying. Your opponents can't cast spells. That is that is a very strong card. Very, very strong indeed. Now, when Unair Pride dies, we get to flip a coin. If you lose the flip, destroy all lands. Holy crap. It doesn't even die. It just sticks around and keeps blowing up your lands. Actually, this is insane. It's Iona. It's like Super Iona, I think. Yeah, old boy's got the idea. It's power crept Iona, and they gave it a black. In fact, yeah, nobody can play spells but me. I'm the only one who can play spells now. You'll just watch me play the game. Reanimate going to the moon and like. Oh my god. And then no one can even really get back into the game because, like, basically 50% of your 50% of the times, all the lands get completely blown up, and then you don't even have a chance in hell. How can you get back into the game when they can't stick a land onto the battlefield? Can't keep a good land down. Well, anyway, danger. Probably. Like, no one's realistically casting this, I don't think. And it still doesn't deal with the cards that are already in play, so I guess this is legal. It's a really strong card. Really strong. But I don't think, I mean, it's worse than Iona, but Iona you can, whatever, you can deal with it. Iona versus this guy, who wins? Well, Iona, if she chooses black. Iona, name black. That's it. Checkmate, on-air pride. Checkmate. Okay, this next one is called the Panaronium. Is a green, 3 generic legendary enchantment. Now, for a white and 1 generic, return target non-land permanent inside. What? Okay, return target non-land permanent instant an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Are they referring to like those flip lands? No, but that's a land. Like, this is such a conundrum. What the hell can be non-land permanent but an instant at the same time? Yeah, it's a permanent instant. Now, there are some out there. There are some permanent instants, all right? I play with some, like Sink into Stupor. But they're lands! The permanent side is a land. Now, it's a white. Target creature can't block this turn. Okay, well, yeah, that's a fine ability. No one blocking around here, that's for sure. Christopher P. just showing us 5 minutes behind. Emblems are not permanents. Effectively, they're tokens for the command zone. Oh, that's interesting. Well, isn't a token a permanent? I thought all tokens are permanents. Flash? I don't know what you mean by that. Hello, Nikachu. Congrats on the champs. Very happy Fish Day. Thank you so much. Inventario. Does it work with Flash? Return target non-land permanent. I don't understand what you guys are talking about. What part of Flash are you talking about? Return target non-land permanent instant. Oh, you mean like someone who used Flash to flash in a creature. Turn target non-land permanent instant. I don't think so. Because it's still not... Instant is a card type. It's not like... It's like you can play something as if it is an instant, but it's not technically an instant. You know what I mean? Made a mess of myself over here. Yeah, Flash doesn't make them instants. I think this card is just a fail. Like, it's not broken or anything, but like one of these abilities don't really do anything. You know, some sort of screwed itself up over here, tripped over its own words. Yeah, if it bounced things with Flash, it would say that exactly. Boom. Adventures are also kind of instant. Oh! Do you know what? You're right, Steve Cooper. Oh, wow. Steve Cooper coming in with the save. So we can return target non-land permanent instant and opponent controls to that. I like that answer. Print it. We bounce the adventure cards. Adventure permanents. Bounce your Brazen Borrowers and Bone Crusher Giants around here. Interesting. You know, just when we thought this card was stone cold useless, we actually found a purpose for it. And also can make creatures not block this turn. How excellent. Okay, next up. We got the Ginger Gay. Fort Stong is a blue 2 generic 1/4 human wizard. Whenever Ginger Gay Fort Strong blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, destroy that creature. So just don't make sure you don't attack into the Ginger Gay. Pay 1. Ginger Gay Fort Strong gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's actually a really generic. It's basically just Death Touch. It's a 3-mana blue Death Touch creature with fire breathing. So they added a black ability and a red ability onto a blue, almost like a wall. incredibly fair, actually. You know, it looks honestly when it looks more dangerous than it is when you read it out like this. Whenever it becomes blocked or becomes blocked, you destroy the creature. Well, I mean, it is a little bit dangerous actually, because Death Touch, you have to wait for the damage to go through. So like if a 5/5 attacks this and you block it, they trade. But this thing actually would triggers upon being blocked, so it can block like an Emrakul and kill her. Calamador. It's different than Death Touch because it happens before. Yeah, it's absolutely correct. It happens before before damage. This actually is okay. Actually, in retrospect, this is infinitely stronger. It is like if you block this with anything, you better be chump blocking because whatever's blocking gonna get its legs chopped off. These cards are getting hyper realistic. Well, they're hyper realistic until we run into one that looks like complete nonsense. The better these cards get, the worse they get it simultaneously. With an ability that lets them block area. Oh yeah. Cat food Bob. Make sure you can block all or put like what's it called? Lure on it. A lure on a Gingergate Fort strong attack. Everyone blocks, and that will be the last time that they block. Because they all get sacrificed. Well, if you think 1/4 Death Touch in blue is pushed, well, just wait until you hear our analysis a little bit earlier. An easy thing to pay mana into to hit your opponent. Give me a second, everyone. I'm just gonna refill my water. I'll be back in just a few seconds. Boy, is Nikachu thirsty. Okay. Doable. Easy to block, too. We got the Blaine Blade Trans Guncher. Votes for flying, for sure. It is a 3/4 flying Death Touch Phoenix. Bushido 1? What the hell does that mean? Bushido 1, an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. You gain life equal to the number of lands you control and exclange this way. I feel like there should be some apostrophes over here. This is just a big run-on sentence for no damn reason. Was it with Blue getting Death Touch in the stream? It's like a lot of cross, you know, color pie additions around here. You know what a Bushido is? Bushido is if it gets +X/+X if it's blocks or blocked. Yes. But it will Bushido 1 an instant or sorcery. What, maybe that means when you like hit it with bolt, it gets you try to bolt this thing, I get +1/+1 around here. I got Bushido 1 for instance. I instantly get out of range of your bolt. Actually, I was born to get out of range. I'm a 4 toughness creature. Yeah, how do you Bushido an instant or sorcery? Well, honestly, you don't. It's not happening. It does have flying and Death Touch though. Well, a little bit word soup at the same time. Flavor Fail Bushido is for samurais. It can also be for phoenixes. How dub you block a bolt? Did they say W? Death Touch, instant. Nah, I don't know. All right. You don't make enough sense. Blade. I'm gonna blade away from here. All right, next up we got the Wing Blast. It is a red 1 generic enchantment with Gay Axe Wand Red. Whenever Wing Blast or another soldier enters the battlefield under you control, create a 1/1 black slug creature token with lifelink. I don't know what Gay Axe Wand Red. What is this ability? Is this like do we give it menace? Hold on. Whenever Wing Blast or another soldier enters the battlefield under your control, create oh, so this is a soldier card. So at the very least, it's like a 3 mana. What's that card called? Deep Root Waters. It's like you play creatures and then you get soldiers. Yeah, not just gay. It's Gay X. This is a very it's a very June card. Very June card around here. Yeah, it's your Gay X. Maybe it's your X. Yeah. Do we want to wand them back for 1 red Anyway, ability. Instructions unclear on the ability. But there's... What the hell is this? A giant fish? What part of soldier is this? Oh, it's maybe the black slug. Oh, we create a 1/1 black slug for each soldier that enters the battlefield. Yet they have Gandalf over here. Well then. The Abyssal Crusader. The Abyssal Crusader is a green 3 generic 3/5 Mooblor. Now Abyssal Crusader is also a cleric. All creatures and sorcery cards are in our trans. And Abyssal Crusader can't be -1/-1. Counters on your permanents. Oh wait, so I think what it's trying to say is Abyssal Crusader can't have -1/-1 counters on your permanents. This is like, now this is much more like, what's it called? Robo Rosewater trying to translate the damn cards around here. But it is a cleric in addition to everything else. And I guess all our creatures and sorcery, all the sorceries are trans now. My creature identifies as a sorcery. And then we can bounce the creature instance later. It's all starting to make sense. Now I understand how we get them creature instance back to hand. Steve Cooper says, I think the guy who makes these said that they made pride cards from a smaller card pool. That's why they all ensue chaos. What was that card pool in the first place? Like one secret layer or something? Welcome, Tyronic, for a wonderful AI stream. Beep boop. AI hot words good. Well, anyway, a little misspelled, a little not clear. Also a little illegal on the Abyssal Crusader. We got the Transguild Curdy. It is a blueless Wooburg. And also 3 generic 6/6 construct. Now, Transguild Curdy enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Ooh, it's like an affinity card. Pay 8, put a +1/+1 counter on the Transguild Curdy. It's a very simple card, but it actually works. This is actually one of the most doable cards that we've seen today. I think everything we looked at today is illegal except for like 4 cards, and this is one of them. Yeah, AI cards that actually work. It's legal and it could be printed. Not a creature. Not yet, at least. It's not a creature, but it isn't yet. Is it complete? But it's not still perfectly legal. And there's a battlefield with X +1/+1 counter, where X is the number of artifacts you control. Yeah, perfectly legal. You just have to animate it with like animate artifact or something. We gotta bring it back to life, baby. One day this will be a real. It's gonna be a Curdy. We'll animate the damn thing. Yeah, we'll need to turn into a creature, but it's perfectly fine around here. All right, legal card. Legal card is legal, and 7 mana. All right, so our first super chat was from the where's the Fox? From Fox. Something Fox. Is the user still here? Whatever. I got a big super chat at the beginning. Okay, so we're gonna look at 5 cards. Transguild Grim. It's a green 1/1 Elf Shaman. And we tap target land you control becomes the basic land type of your choice until end of turn. Ah, excellent. My land can be anything. It's actually, this is exactly a card that exists, except it's a merfolk, not an Elf Shaman. It costs 1 blue. There is literally a card that does this. FCiv is like, this one's Ibers. Maybe I'd see more play if it was green. The blue one certainly doesn't see any play. Wow, you all like this one? Yeah, that's so green. It's very prismatic of this card. They can be whatever color they want. If they want to be blue, green, black, white, or red, it's up to the land. I've never seen a card that does. Well, there's a blue card that does something very similar. It's like a merfolk. I don't know any other card that does something like this. You need a mana fixer, huh? Remember, this doesn't add mana. It like turns mana into like whatever color you need. Some of you are really desperate on color fixing, I guess. Dodges Acid Rain. Is Acid Rain a problem in your metagame, Oinkleberry? That is a very unusual card to see, even in EDH. I don't think Acid Rain sees play anywhere. The Lover of Jesus says print it. Print it immediately. All right, we shall print it. I don't know if it's honestly, I think this card sucks, but it is doable, and it sounds like a lot of you really like it. It's a Zyber card. Some of you are very desperate for color fixing, or I just don't know your mana problems. We have a Cerero, the Shaper of Blood. It is a blue 2 generic 0/1 human artificer. Now pay 1, create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Holy shoot! It danger! I think it danger. Holy crap. You just have a bunch of mana floating and you just make a bunch of tokens that are copies of everything. And you can make a copy of a token anyway. Yeah, absolute danger. Completely busted around here. Look at this vial of poison. Create a token that's a copy of target. It does have to be a copy of a creature you control. A copy itself, actually. You come kill me? Well, I have many of... What was that quote? Someone had said something like, the best thing about me is that there's many of me. I gotta figure out where this is. The best thing about me is many of me. Where's that from? It's from a movie. You're the best thing about me. I don't know where this is from, though. No, I can't find it. If anyone knows that movie quote, Smith. Oh, it's from, yeah, it's from The Matrix. That's right. There, it's Agent Smith. Yeah, it's look, that's the deal. If you come to destroy it, that's why I say, the best thing about being me, there's many of me. And you just copy itself, and then it'll legend rule itself away, but problem not solved. Problem still there. It's not balanced. Well, you just have to play a mana short. Okay, this is step 1, mana short, and then kill it. That's the key to killing this damn thing. You have to tap all the lands that they control. Dies to everything, but that effect is very powerful. Absolutely. How many cards have we looked at here? When did this... I didn't really keep track of all the super chats. I assume this... Okay, I think we did more than 2, but whatever, we'll keep going. Okay, this card, I don't know if this is... Like, if you copy this... I'm assuming this is broken. I'm just gonna assume it's a broken card. Get it out of here. Dies to Plague Engineer, but still. Okay, we got Shu Polymorphoseus. It is a white 4 generic 3/4 arcane. Arcane is the creature type. It's got flying. It's got Telepep 4C. Now, when Shu Polymorphoseus enters the battlefield, create a number of 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. 2 or fewer creatures you control. Urge spells with trans the battlefield under your control. I thought the first half was pretty good until we got to the second half. Second half was an absolute abomination over here. Outside of that is a 3/4 flyer. Yeah, that's a good question, Steve. Wait, can we splice onto this? You're quite the scientist, Steve Cooper. Maybe you got to figure out and try it, that's for sure. That is absolutely an idea. Oh yeah, it does combo with this. Does it combo with? I guess when Shu enters the battlefield, create a number of counters. Sorry, 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying, 2 or fewer. I don't know if it combos with Deceiver XR. I don't even know what this thing does. It's only when this thing enters the battlefield. Okay, yeah. That card don't work. That card is it's broken in the wrong way. Okay, we got the Starfian Transfer. Now has a blue 3 generic aura. Enchant land. You control enchanted land. Your land is my land now. Enchanted land has tap, sacrifice, Starfian Transfer. Sorry, we can tap the land to sacrifice the aura off of it. Look at the top 2 cards of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the other into your graveyard. This is actually a perfectly legal card. I think it's perfectly legal. 4 mana stone. Actually, I think 4 mana stone. It's not even 4 mana stone rain. It's 4 mana telepathy. Not telepathy. I mean, we steal the land. I actually don't think that's balanced. Thanks again, Nick. Thanks to everyone who congratulated me. I might not have got to everybody. Raymond's like, this looks really cool, actually. I actually think this card might be a little overpowered. Like 4 mana. It's not land destruction. It's land stealing. You steal the land. It's your land now. It's like 4 mana. Blow something. Well, I guess it's like very close to that Moldavi moss thing. There's a green card that's similar to this. It's like 4 mana, destroy a land, look through your deck for a land. Actually, okay, I guess this is legal. And they could always blow the thing off with blowing off the Starfian transfer. And in fact, if I want to look at the top 2 cards of my library and put one of them into my hand and the other into my graveyard, I have to pop this thing and give the land back. It's actually incredibly balanced. It's like one of the best things. If someone tries to destroy the enchantment, you just sack it, right? Well, you can sack the enchantment, but the land goes back. Interesting. Very cool. Very cool land. This is actually very, very good aura. Very balanced. We got a cute little bunny thing going on over there. Okay, I think I did 5. I think I've done 5. I'm not actually keeping track of any of this crap. Okay, J-Hogue. Thank you very much for your super chat and for that super chat. We look at more cards. We look at Pride Vestal. It's a blue 2 generic sorcery. Destroy all creatures. Since when did blue get creature destruction? Amass zombies. Get +1/+1 and have horsemanship. My zombies take the horses. That's right. We're gonna gallop to freedom around here. The problem with zombies is they didn't learn how to basically get from point A to point B by horse. But now that they've learned how to ride the horses, it's over. The zombie apocalypse is more dangerous than ever. Nothing can stop a zombie on a horse. Wait, but you don't even have your own army. Well, destroy all creatures. Oh yeah, you're right. We have absolutely nothing. Yeah, it's like zombie army tokens for amass zombies. It works as thematic. Destroy all creatures. Amass zombies get +1/+1. Yeah, but the creatures. Oh, I get. Okay. Whoa. Hear me out, Coffee Crew. Hear me out. First, we give our zombies indestructible. Then we play the Pride Vestal. And then the zombies. They survived, and they get +1/+1. And they have horsemanship. Doesn't say until it is. Yeah, oh, I mean, that's true too, actually. So it's like we have an anthem. That's true. So actually, we don't even need to go through that nonsense. We've got it for forever. All right, so I guess that's fine. Okay, next we got super chat from this person. Thank you very much for the super chat, and for that we'll look. Okay, we'll keep looking at 5 more. We got Harash, the Transmore Dragon. It's a blue 4 generic 5/4 human warrior. Now it's got first strike, and Harash Transmore Dragon enters the battlefield. Starting with you, each player votes for the chosen name. What are we choosing around here? Do we have another presidential candidate, right? Is Harash entering to compete with Flying Deeply and Sprout? Will it vote for Flying, or maybe this person is just in charge of the voting poll, you know? I vote for Sprout as always. Vote wisely. Armando says, I vote for Deeply. David also choose Deeply. Abzo chooses Flying. I should have a poll between all of you. What would you guys vote for? Hold on. Can I actually pull that off? I think I can pull that off. I'm just curious what you guys would vote for, if you could vote for anything at all. Okay, so I'm in the control center. We're gonna have a little bit of a poll. Start a poll. I got questions. Who do you vote for? Flying. Sprout. and deeply. Go my coffee crew. In fact, I'm gonna pop this thing. I'm gonna pop this baby out. Hold on, where can I get? There we go. We got the poll. The poll is live. Can we see all the options around here? I'm just curious where everyone's loyalty lies. See how many vampire, or I don't know, maybe not vampire. Let's see how many zombie players are out there. I imagine flying is very Azorius-like. Sprout should be very heavily on green, and deeply is just black. Death Goblin gets my vote, says Coco Mix. Toad says I vote squirrels. How long has this been? It's been a minute? Has it been a hot minute around here? Okay, I think Deeply gonna win the poll. I think Deeply wins hands down. Alright, interesting. You guys love Deeply. Okay. And only when it enters the battlefield. I don't know how this card will work, to be honest. You gotta choose a name when voting. I guess you gotta do it in response to a vote spell. Okay, we got Amp Sagetling. This is a white 2/2 human soldier. This soldier eats well, by the way. Maybe a lot of Burger King. Whenever you cast a permanent spell from your trans, you may create a 2/2 green bear creature token. Is trans a zone now? We've got the trans zone. Things change a lot in the trans zone. And you may create a 2/2 bear creature token. I'm not gonna ask anything of the bear. The Emp Sagetling. Whenever you cast a permanent spell. Okay, they could also just be referring to like the command zone. Sadly, no red not yet. No red candidate yet. One day there'll be like of someone you can vote for from, I don't know, the pits of hell or something. Insert Pride Secret Lair. So featuring the Emp Sagetling. I really have nothing else to say about this one. Don't make sense. Okay, we got the Council's Ooh, I like this one. I like the name, I like the colors. We got green instant. Council's Pride deals damage to any target equal to the number of snowlands you control. Isn't that like a Scred? But it's better because you actually go to somebody's face. So, yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So you just, and green, the green's the type of deck that it's going to get the cards, right? It's going to ramp. It's going to ramp again. It's going to get them lands out of that deck. You could have like 15 snow lands. It doesn't have to be green either. It could be any snow lands. Devil Joker says, it's Zyber. I need this card. I need that finisher. I always have 15 snow lands in play and nothing to do with it. Actually, what's interesting, it's like, it's 2 mana at instant speed. It's at least a shock. They're at 3 lands. It's like 2 mana for 3 damage, then 2 mana for 4 damage, and so on and so on. Why? This is why Snow Waste got printed. So we have more snow lands. Oh, you can have an unlimited number of snow basics though. Yeah, my mono green snow forest go burr. I guess it's like winter in there. I guess. Do you know what you're getting burned by? Frostbite. Frostbite can absolutely burn. Super printable. Very interesting card. Very interesting design, to be honest. Why Scred when you can shred? We're not going to shred this one. You can shred the Scred card. This is Super Shred. Oh, sorry. This is Super Scred. Yeah, mono green snowball fight. Yeah. Throwing a snowball at someone. The more snow you have, the more ammunition. Penincron Cavalier. It's a 5-mana 1/6 elemental shaman. When Penincron Cavalier enters the battlefield, you may discard 1 or more cards until you... What the hell? You may discard 1 or more cards until you pay 2. Okay, and if I can't pay 2, I just, like, lose my entire hand. Penincron Cavalier's power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards in your elves. Your trans. Well, that just fell apart over there.
God, please, no!
The first ability is not very good. I mean, it basically turns the card into a, I mean, unless you want to discard the cards, it basically turns the card into a 7-mana card. Second ability, no. Second ability had a stroke. Wait, I think you discard 2, and then when you pay 2, they go back to your hand? You may discard 1 or more cards until you pay 2. No. So basically, I think it triggers, and it's going to ask you, do you want to pay 2? And if you say no, you're going to discard 1 or more cards. And then it's going to ask you, do you want to pay 2 again? And you're going to discard 1 or more cards. I think that's how this works. It's a bit of a bizarre card. Yeah, despite the may, you have to discard. So if you're tapped out, well, goodbye hand. I didn't need that hand anyway. Oh, we got a cat. We got a trans cat farmer. This is for the furries out there. Okay, we got a black 2 generic 3/3 Phyrexian vampire wizard. It's a very interesting cat, if you ask me. Okay, it's got flying lifelink and hexproof. Well, that's pretty strong. This is like super true name nemesis. Whenever Transcat Farmer enters the battlefield or attacks, exile the top 10 cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast creature spells this turn. That is absolutely nuts. I can't say that this is broken because you still have to cast the cards one way or another. But it's not what you mean at all. You just don't want to play against this thing. Flying lifelink and hexproof is not bad. Oh, but it attack. Oh yeah, when it attacks, you get to do the same thing. You have to be careful. Exile top 10. Like, you could deck yourself. Well, sort of self-mill. You're exiling the cards. So if you don't use them, you're screwed. But I guess on another, you could look at it another way. It's like a one-sided Wheel of Fortune every single turn. At the same time, well, it may not have haste, but like, what are you gonna do? It can slow. I mean, next turn it's definitely gonna attack unless you wipe the board. So you can cast creatures during battle. If they have flash, you still have to play cards at the normal speed that you have to. I can't tell if this is busted or if it's okay. Like, it doesn't have haste, so I mean, it doesn't have haste. I might be crazy, but I'm gonna give it a pass. It's 4 mana. It doesn't die to a lot of things, to be honest. Like, it's just sweepers, but there's a lot of sweepers out there. If it were, you may cast creatures from exile, this might work. But I'm assuming until end of turn, you may cast creature spells this turn. Oh, you're right. It's terrible. Oh my goodness. It's literal. It just exiles the top 10 cards of our library. Basically, we have like 8 turns to live. Until end of turn, you may cast creature spells this turn. Like, of course I can. It has to specifically say we can cast them from exile. Good catch. Good catch, Xanos. I did not catch that. That's crazy. Okay, I am certain that was 5 cards, so we'll take a look at Tristan. I like the light show. Let's make it a little bit longer today. All right, let's take a look at another 10 cards, Tristan. All right, we're gonna look at, sorry, another 5 cards. The first one, the Swordsworn Blizzard. It is a black 4 generic 4/4 Kraken. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each opponent who can't. Does that mean, like, what the hell does that mean? At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life for each opponent who can't. Does that mean, like, if you would die at losing 1 life, you lose 1 life? That's what I'm. So anyone who can't lose 1 life, they have to be at 1 life, like, logically. So for each player at the table who is at 1 life, you lose 1 life. And then what if I can't lose 1 life? For each opponent who can't lose life? No, I think for yeah, maybe. I literally can't. Yeah. I literally can't right now. I just can't do it. I can't. For each opponent who has an effect stopping life reduction, then you lose 1 life. That could be. I guess I don't know the limitations of the, like, the card pool. It counts only the opponents, of course. So I guess if anyone has, like, the effect that cannot lose life, then you lose life. This card's terrible. Okay, you never always be battered by a destructive. Must be something, a mix of something destructing and a detective. Yeah, it counts the opponents. I guess it's doable. Very loosely. Loosely doable. Joust, charge, chaos. Will chaos ensue here? It's a 4-mana legendary artifact. Pay red, 2 generic. Exile, joust, charge, chaos. Search your library for up to 5 aura cards with different names. Put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Holy. Well, it's 7 mana for these auras with different names. I think this is okay. You think this is dangerous? Oh, what the hell? You still have to put it on a creature. It's got to be auras. Or there, oh, could it get like, what's it called? It could get, oh, the curses. Oh, it can get the curses, can't it? Well, it's 7 mana for curses, which is, could be super danger. There's some curses that are like, your creatures only are -1/-1 for eternity. Yeah, exactly. Take all the curses and then destroy the opponent. You thought I was going to get Rancor? Absolutely not. Would you take me for an absolute fool? But it's only one person still. I think even in competitive Magic, this may or may not be very good. Because you have to, it's almost like a crappy Charbelcher that doesn't even win the game. Doesn't seem very legendary to me. Hey, when you get cursed to death, you're gonna feel the legendariness. I like this card. I'm gonna give it a pass. Our third card, the Dust Land Suit. Looking very well dressed today, Dusk. This is when Dusk dresses up. This is a white 1 generic nymph. When Dusk Land Suit enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player discards 3 cards. Holy moly! Oh my goodness. And it's 2 mana! Oh, a danger! Absolutely a danger. Basically, you play this on turn 2. Draw a card for turn. Oops, discard 3 cards. It's basically turning everybody's draw step into a Bazaar of Baghdad. Well, little did you know, Duskland Suit, I was actually a Dredge player all along. You have fallen right into my trap. I wanted to discard my hand. You idiot. Yeah, only for 2 CMC. What an absolute abomination of a card. With a Tide cost, the Relics of the Fae. Creature type Nymph? Yep, Nymph is a real creature type. I know! It's a bit weird to me, too. Why do they have nymphs in Magic the Gathering? But they do. What if they can't discard exactly 3? Oh, no, it's okay. Then you just discard your hand. There's a lot of cards that are like discard 2 cards, but if you have 1, then you just discard what you got. That's about it. Alright, well, that's broken. Okay, the 4th card. Illusionary Ends Laughter. It's a white saga. Now, Chapter 1, Illusionary Ends Laughter deals 2 damage to any target. Chapter 2, search your library for any number of dragon creature cards. Reveal those cards. Put the revealed cards on the bottom of your library in any order.
No! God, please, no!
How do we break that? What, isn't there like a card? There's some card that like plays off the bottom of your library, right? Anti. Search it. No, it's your library, not someone else's library. Yeah, it is a white shock. This might, I can't remember. There's a deck that plays off the bottom of their library, so you can basically stack your deck. It's a bit weird. Don't know. Not sure if people are looking to play this in their dragon deck to basically put on the bottom. Oh yeah, no shuffle. But you can't manipulate your deck anyway, so you look through your deck as is. So you have perfect information. This isn't a Dragon Search card. It's a white burn card. 1 mana, 4 damage to the face. Is it? How is it 4 damage? It looks like it's only 1. Deals 2 damage to any target. It's just 1 damage. That's it. Chapter 1. Punch him and then that's it. Oh, I was saying a Grenzo? Alright, the Grenzo Dragon deck. Alright, it's a legal card. Even though you don't shuffle your library. Yeah, search, no shuffle. Just look at your deck. Put it on the bottom. Okay, so the 5th card. The Yoria as in the Souls. It is a red-blue 2 generic 2/3 lizard with first strike. Other creatures you control have haste. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice Yoria as in of Souls until you pay green-black 2 generic. At your upkeep, okay, so it's basically an upkeep cost. Old Mountains are planeswalkers, except the game. All them mountains, all of a sudden planeswalkers. Okay, who are we kidding? That it was almost great. It was almost great. It just sort of fell apart over there at the end. Yeah, destroy all mountains. I don't know. Yeah, all mountains become planeswalkers with zero loyalty. The problem is they added that except the game at the end. That doesn't make any damn sense. The hills are alive with the sound of magic spam. The 3rd line is a Wrath of God. This one? No, you mean the 4th line. Whatever, I'm disqualifying it. Okay, next up, we've got Steve Cooper, who wants to see 5 more. 5 more it is, Steve Cooper. I should really be upping the ante for these extra cards. Invasion of Calorian is a red-black 1 generic 5 loyal. What is with these abilities? Okay, anyway, 3 mana 5 loyalty, Vivian. You may, okay, +1, you may sacrifice a creature. When you do, put a loyalty counter on Invasion of Calorian. Then distribute 3+1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. -2, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Choose target player, then roll a d20. -6, 21. Each opponent loses 5 life, and you gain 8 life. Invasions of Calorian deals damage to a target equal to the number of instant and sorcery cards you own in exile, with time counters on them. Well, we're not done. Sorry. What else do we have? -3, target player mills X cards, where X is the number of loyalty counters on Invasion of Calorian. Calorian. -6, search your library for an aura card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. -9, search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle. The ultimate sort of sucks. The +1 on a proliferate deck, you just want the +1? To be honest, they're not all broken, but it's a 3 mana 5 loyalty. It's 3 mana 5 loyalty. They're mostly minus abilities. I actually think this is doable. Yeah, for like doable, I guess. Like, I guess it's doable. Yeah, somehow we read that whole thing and it's pretty legal. It's actually way more legal than we think. Why do you guys think that +1 is broken? Sack creature, when you do, put a loyalty counter on inversion, then distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among 1, 2, or 3 target creatures you control. I think that's fine. Low-key balanced by how useless it is. Alright, second card. Haze of How Battle is a white 5 generic instant. Players can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Destroy all creatures. What, for the rest of the game? Yeah, it says that. Players can't cast. It's basically the anthem variation of like a rule of law. And then you blow everything up. Alright, we're all at sorcery speed now. 1 spell a turn. It's doable. And it's very expensive, mind you. Holy permanent, 1 spell each turn. I hit it. Well, it's 7. Honestly, at this point of the game, how many spells are you gonna play? I mean, unless you're like you have what's it called, Ristic Study out, and no one's paying for the damn thing. Like, you're not gonna have a whole lot of cards at this point of the game. Oh, change game rules at instant speed. It's an interesting thing. Not only is this an instant card, but you can still play an extra spell each turn. So if you're playing at instant speed, you can still play like multiple spells a turn. You just have to play on their turn, and their turn. That's all. That's basically what it is. Does it say sorcery only? Players can't cast spell more than... No, it doesn't actually. So you can play at instant speed. I like it. I like it a lot. Come on, how many cards is this? I think this is our second card. The Resistance is an 8-mana 6/6 Eldrazi. Since when was the Eldrazi the Resistance? They're the damn aggressors. When living Resistance enters the battlefield, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 7/7 green beast creature token. Pay 4 and tap. Create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. Oh, excellent. Hold on, give me a second. It's getting too hot here. I underestimated how hot it is in Winnipeg. Very, very hot indeed. Just have to hear the sound of my fan blowing a little bit. That's funny. Emrakul, our fellow Eldrazi here. Not biased, I like this. You would, wouldn't you? It makes beasts and wolves. Sounds like the Eldrazi became one with the forests. This is actually just fairly legal. Most fair Eldrazi I've seen all day. Most fair Eldrazi even in existence. Quicksilver Smiley in this. It's possible. No art and creature type dissonance. The AI is learning, or no, there's something called a blind squirrel can still find a nut, or a broken clock is right twice a day. So that's the right way of looking at this. Shoremine Tale is an 8-mana 7/7. It's a demon berserker. It's got for 5 mana, exile target non-black creature. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2. Now, if you do, create a 12/36 construct artifact creature with reach. When Shoremine Tale leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Return. Did we exile anything? Oh, we do actually. Pay 5, exile target non-black creature. So when this leaves the battlefield, return the exiled cards back to the battlefield. Okay, it actually remembered that I actually had an exile ability. That's pretty rare for an AI card. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you can pay 2. If you do, create a gigantic construct. This is literally a real card. Demonic Paco is like, seems doable, but like, why? Is it legit? Is it legit? I think this is legit. This is a legit card. Yeah, the numbers. Well, once you get to 8 mana, you might as well put like 12/36 creatures in play. You might as well. Okay, Kistoria. Kistoria the Realm Walker. Red, 6 generic for a 5/6 giant warrior. Oh, it's companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck has flash. Oh my god! The same is true for First Strike, Double Strike, Death Touch, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, and Vigilance?
No,
That's
God,
impossible! Please, no. Like, what is your whole deck is Soul Herder or something? Like, I don't know. I might be able to give you 2 cards that can do this. So each non-land card in your starting deck. So basically, it's like 97 lands, Soul Herder, and I think something else that has that sort of no, not Soul Herder. What's that card? You exile cards from your graveyard and it absorbs all of its abilities. Soul Flare. Soul Flare. I was thinking of Soul Flare. Yeah, what keywords do you have over there? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, imagine coming up to the table and say, I announce I have a companion, and it's Chistoria the Realm Walker. Oh my god. Worst companion ever? Oh, that's pretty close. Yeah, hold that for an 8-mana vanilla 5/6. That's true. We get so little. The cost is so high for so little. This is Modern Horizons 5 when they balanced out the companions. I think this is the only way to do it. Yeah, we need to make a 100 land deck. It's basically telling you, you know, only play with lands because nobody's gonna have all these abilities on one creature. That's insane. Yeah, it definitely won't get, well, it can get this thing can get targeted all day. This thing is just a vanilla nothing. Balanced because it's unusable. Yeah, that's how they balanced Magic the Gathering a long time ago. Effectively. Okay, it's doable, but really it's trash. Come on, that would never pass. Complete draft chaff. It's better in your deck than as your companion, basically. Okay, I think that was 5. And we go next to the Salty Rod. I was wondering since you've done so many AI card shows, if you'd be willing to do a show where you make a deck of nothing but AI cards and play against some people, maybe a commander game. And the answer to that is no. That's a lot of work. And as I usually tell people, if you want to see that type of content, Card Market did a lot of that stuff. So look up Card Market on YouTube. They have a lot of, Card Market AI. They did a lot of videos where they made AI decks and pit them against each other. Okay, we'll look at more cards. Thanks for your super chat, and also thank you so much, Demonic Paco, becoming a member of the coffee crew. I really appreciate it. All right, next up, the Shadow of Moonspring. Oh no, are we flipped this thing around? I think we've buy back, discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. I think we've now gone full circle. Lost for the Polems. Okay, hold on. I can fix it though. Robo Rosewater. Uncurated. This is where the real jank comes from. Like the Seared Hadment Ox. Doesn't look like much. It's a human rug. It is a red 1 generic 3/1, and it's got dash for white black 1 generic. This is actually more. This starts off more doable than I thought it would be. I actually thought this would be completely unusable nonsense. It's usually why it doesn't come up. Dash means it can come into play and attack immediately. It has haste, but then at the end of turn you have to bounce it back to your hand. Bounce the creature. So basically, for the cost of white black 1 generic, I can put the 3/1 in play, attack with it, and then at end of turn it has to come back to my hand. Protection from sorceries. Protection from board wipes. Sorcery speed board wipes, at least. Okay, we got the Garmaram's Windwood. It is for a Gruul, a 2/2. Human damage. Ah, yes. Humans, they're always very good at doing damage, aren't they? I like that they have pictures now for this uncurated section. Tap, destroy target enchantment. Not bad. Actually, this is pretty pushed. It is a 1-mana 2/2 human that can blow up enchantments. Big Hammer. Also legal. What's happening? I know these are actually real cards. I'm surprised. I'm as surprised as the rest of you. Usually the uncurated section is just complete slop. Okay, so why can break in you? Heart of Senses through the agent your enemies bite. Yeah, I like taking a big bite out of my enemies. Very doable. Actually, probably fair for Commander too. Okay, this one doesn't have a picture, so maybe it's garbage. The white 2 generic 3/5. Untap, remove all card. That's exactly what this part of this is exactly what this part of the AI stuff is known for. Remove all card. Just all one of them. I guess what it is if you can remove one, if you have 1 card in play, you just remove it. Especially the Oin Store Stiln. Yeah, this is the delicious jank we've all been waiting for. All card removed. Yeah, almost a Wrath. I think it's like, it makes a lot of sense if it's a Wrath if you remove 1 card. It's not remove all cards, it's remove all card. And it untaps. Okay, we got Red Wreck of Voltar is a blue 3 generic 2/1 Time Lord Druid. Now Red Wreck of Voltar has first strike as long as it's each color. Interesting. So if you got like I don't know what makes everything Leyline of the Guild Pact. It's going to be every color on the battlefield. Now Red Wreck of Voltar can't be blocked. That is well, why do you need it to have first strike? What, so maybe to make it a slightly better blocker, I guess? It's funny, now you have first strike. Oh, by the way, like, no one can block you anyway, so, like, who cares? Richard would play it. Richard would play it in a heartbeat. He marshals to Dread as Femde. Yeah, next Doctor Who series. Yeah, I know. It's a lot of effort to give the first strike to a 2/1 that already is unblockable. You just walk past everything. It's legal. It's completely legal around here. There is nothing wrong with this card. Very doable. Oh, it could be your commander too. Yeah, I totally forgot. It's a legendary creature as well. Okay, next up we got the Naiad Frostmender. It's a 4-mana 7/6, which is pretty big. Now it's an elemental with flying and pays 0. Regenerate! Well, you can regenerate this an infinite number of times. Congratulations. You're basically immortal. You can't die to anything. You might. It's like a weird thing. It's like it's indestructible, but not really. Yeah, free respawn. You know you can respawn in RL. You think this is dangerous? I don't think it's basically indestructible. Come on, like you would remove a Naiad Frostmender the same way you would remove any indestructible creature by just exiling it. Yeah, it's just indestructible. It's a 4-mana. It's a big indestructible. Okay, maybe it's like a bit strong. It's like a 7/6 for 4 mana with flying. Yeah. So 4 mana, 7 infinite. It's pretty efficient for SM power. Okay. It's like a little too pushed. A little too pushed. A little push. Yeah, too good for mod. If it's too good for modern, it's well, I wouldn't say it's too good for commander, but it's too good. A giant surgeon came from here. That's hilarious. Okay, we got the Vroth's Chon Mage, 3 mana, 1/1. Oh my God! Tap, draw X cards. X is not defined, so X can be whatever the hell you want. This human barbarian basic pull is actually broken. Yeah, it's super danger. Like rocks? No, it's like look at this picture is the best. Look at these cards falling behind it. It's basically raiding cards. The Vroth Chon Mage. Yeah, undefined X is always. No, undefined X is whatever you want. You choose X. You choose whatever you want. Yeah, X means you choose. You define the X. Undefined X and the casting cost can be 0 if you don't define that by paying it. Yeah, we saw a giant surgeon in the actual normal pile of cards. Draw 10 cards. Roman numeral. That's one way of looking at it, Steve Cooper. Yeah. In Rome, we're drawing 10 cards. Anyway. And here we're gonna look at an extra card for Demonic Pacts, given that you just became a member. The Ilkin Spider Vampire, red 4 generic. 4/5 elemental ninja. Friends indestructible. That is actually very heartwarming. I like the sound of that. The friends are indestructible. It is also a very cute looking card. You know what? That's so heartwarming. We have to say we have to give it a pass. And with that, that is it for Coffee and MTG. That is it for the AI generated cards. Well, thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thanks for coming on short notice at a late time, but we're going to go back to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you want to be part of the show, you got to be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or a super chat so other people can be part of the show. And thank you so much, my coffee crew, for being here today. People like Doug and Ketchup, Christopher B. Tristan, Richard Teamer, We got Dalex, Rustin Serpentine, the Pufferfish, Kano, N99, Erland, F. Civ, Old Boy, Somber Knight, Richard, Lover of Jesus, Steve Cooper, Waller Hafrang, TJ, we got Erland, we got Bojack Yellow, we got people. We got Amazing Crack Monkey, and Tommy Siddits, Toilet Duck, Demonic Paco. So thank you very much, my coffee crew. So keep brewing up them coffees. And we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.